Chilling with the beast.
It's ice cold, baby.
Welcome to the Corona Ketchup. I'm Touchdown, and this is my partner, the Goob.
I'm Goob. How's it going?
We're back
We're back
for the first episode.
We're
back from nothing. We did it.
We did a solid test run like a year ago, and there was a big generator, and we were like,
Yeah, we didn't feel like sharing that with you guys. So now we're in more refined spaces. I'm here in my humble abode, and Dylan finds himself with his artwork behind him,
boom,
ready to speak spiritually about the environment, which we find ourselves in.
You know it. Spirituality and
oh yeah, I've been reading this book called "You Are the One." Who's it by, babe? Cute Blackson. It's a good book. It talks about spirituality, and it really has been pretty enlightening. I recommend it to anyone watching the podcast.
I went when's it from?
When's it from?
Yeah.
I think relatively recently, like within the past at least 5 years.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a really cool book. He just talks about people valuing their self-worth and he takes them on trips to India, some of the richest people in the world, millionaires, famous individuals, and people who you'd think who have everything, and he takes them on a trip to India to let them, because they feel like they don't have everything, and then they are enlightened and they start to be able to live in the present. And yeah, I'm only a little bit in, but it's pretty awesome.
Sweet, man.
So that's one of the things I've been doing. There we go. That's the first part of the catch-up.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I've just been playing Animal Crossing. You know me.
Oh, yeah.
Grinding on that. And I've been playing some guitar. Trying to get better at that. Just to see if that can go anywhere.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then we just recorded our second album. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
When are you thinking of a release date?
Oh, man, originally we were mid to late July, but the mixing is just taking a lot longer than we thought. So probably more mid to late August.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Is Parker coming over to your place and working on that with you sometimes, or how are you doing it? All virtual?
So he came up to do the actual recording. He brought out equipment. But now it's mostly just he'll do a mix, send it my way, and I'll be like, all right, I like this, and this is something I think could change to make it a little better. And then it's just sort of back and forth with the feedback like that.
Nice. How's your guitar coming? Have you been enjoying that experience?
It's been good. I have no actual training with it, so it's mostly just been YouTube tutorials on how to play certain songs. And it's I don't know most of the terminology, bar chords and power chords and all that stuff, but
yeah. So are you playing it by ear, or are you learning how to read the music?
Oh no, I can't read music at all.
You're right, because I know when Katie was working on learning the guitar, she mostly was doing it by ear.
Yeah,
stuff like that. That's how a lot of people do it.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
And I think that that's definitely useful if you're way more classically trained, but if it's just a hobby, it's
yeah,
if you're by a campfire, nobody's gonna pull out sheet music and be like, would you mind playing Darude Sandstorm on the guitar?
That would be quite the request.
Oh,
wow.
But
yeah, well, that's pretty sweet. So what kind of guitar you got? Electric or
No, I have your electric that
Right.
that we did that, but I have one of Jake's guitars. He just like
Oh,
gave it to
nice.
me.
Have you been using my electric more than I did?
No.
No.
No,
Oh, God.
I brought it to New York City when I was down there like a couple summers ago,
Yeah.
and like fiddled around with it a little bit, and like came up with like one idea that got onto the first album,
Hmm.
but like beyond that, I think I I think what I did was I tightened one of the strings too hard to the point where it broke. So it only has like
Oh,
five
God.
strings. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, those are probably a hassle to replace.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, that one that one was kind of out of commission for a while. It still is, but
Well, that's okay. I mean, it's just the duty of the guitar.
yeah,
That guitar was destined to live a life of sitting in a bag.
just vibing in a bag. That's all.
I definitely didn't use it at all. I had it for like 12 years, and I didn't even play it once. I don't think.
Really? When did you get
Yeah, I
it?
mean, officially, I got it when I was like 8 or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, wow.
Yeah, I had it for a long time, but it's pretty much brand new for you. So that's the
Right.
plus.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
It held its market value very well.
Hadn't even been touched. There's no like oil from the skin on it or
No,
anything.
no,
It's
no.
just pristine.
Yeah, mint condition.
Yeah. But yeah, what about you? Have you been playing any music or getting into any other music?
Nope, not really. Not
No.
music. I gotta try to learn the harmonica one of these years. That's gonna be my musical passion.
Bro, the
Kitty.
harmonica is
Yeah.
underrated.
Oh, it's the musical instrument for those who are, the best. I think it'd be really cool.
Mhm.
But no musical passions other than that, really.
Have you been listening
Read
to
some
anything new?
books. Uh, no, not as. I mean, I haven't been watching much, listening to much. I don't even watch the news or anything like that. I'm totally in
Yeah.
the dark. Just been out here in the deep south, living my life.
Yeah, how's that? You guys are like more you're in a more urban zone, right?
Yeah, we're like 5 minutes from downtown in Columbia, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, we like it a lot. It's like 97 degrees every single day.
God, dude.
No, I mean it rain. I mean it's really hot right now, but it's perfectly fine. I mean we have a good air conditioning system throughout the house, and it's not really a big deal. We
Hmm.
got set up with the gym down here, and I've been enjoying that.
Sweet. Is
Other
that
I did
in
I tried doing jujitsu actually, but they are charging 120 a month for jujitsu, and
what?
I was like, I can't justify doing that like on top of a gym membership. Like, no, I
Yeah.
definitely would never be able to do that. Not until I'm making like $100,000 a year.
Yeah, yeah. Is
Like,
it like
wow.
how many sessions are there a week for that?
It's unlimited sessions, like, but they offer, they offer like 2 sessions in the morning, 2 sessions in the evening, every day of the week, and they have open rolling and sparring and stuff like that. But I mean, regardless of all that, I mean, I just couldn't. I don't even think it's worth it. I mean, their facility was like, it was just like one. It was like our wrestling room in high school,
Uh-huh.
just not even 20 foot by 20 foot room.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, like that was
Bro.
pretty much it.
Jeez.
Uh, yeah, it was pretty crazy. And they're charging that much. I mean, their instructor was really good, and it was a lot of fun. And I was like on board. I'm like, I'm ready to do this. Like, this was fun. And
Hmm.
then they sent me the email like, oh, so if you're ready to sign up, it'll be $120 because I got the free session for the first one, and they didn't tell me the price beforehand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'll be $120 a month. And I was like, Yeah, I don't think I can justify that. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's so kind of
That's
steep.
ridiculous. Yeah. But so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do like a basketball league or something. Just trying to do a little bit of something
Right.
aside from the video gaming and whatnot.
You still mostly play CS?
I've been playing all sorts. Yeah, I mean CS is like what I professionalize the
Uh-huh.
most. But I played this new game called Valorant. I don't know if you heard of that.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically a cartoonized version of Counter Strike. Pretty cool. You can choose different characters and stuff instead of like having the same loadout all the time. Um,
Gotcha.
and yeah, I don't know. I've been just playing chill games. Some Civ, a lot of Civ 6.
Oh, Civ, bro. Oh my God.
It's a pastime of mine to torture myself with Civ 6.
Yeah. Oh, I just remember
uh,
Civ Rev. Everybody was like, "You gotta play Civ
oh,
Rev." And I was like,
I
"This
never
game
played
is."
that. Is that one? Is that the version for the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did play that a little bit. That one, yeah, I never got that into that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like Minecraft for the 360. I never really played much of that, but you played a lot of that. You grinded that pretty good, didn't you?
Minecraft on the 360.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. There was one point. I think there was one point like last semester where I just spent like a weekend. I was like, I don't feel good. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anyone. I'm just playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I definitely feel that vibe for sure.
And I
I
was like,
yeah, I've been playing some Minecraft lately too.
really?
It's just a chill game to play.
Yeah. You play modded?
I play vanilla and modded, yeah. I
Okay.
like modded. I like modded more, I think, but I think vanilla's definitely got like if you're playing with friends and you're on vanilla, it's even better than modded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember? Oh my God. Do you remember when there was that one weekend that we hung out and you had like a spare laptop and you were like, yeah, dude, just like download these texture packs and all these mod packs. And I
Yeah.
was like, what does this mean? And you were just like, dude, just play it. It's fun. we
Yeah, I
just
remember that.
we just played like heavy modded Minecraft in like 2013 or something.
I know. I got into that really early, like before they even had like modded clients and stuff for it. So you had to like drag and drop the mods into the
Dude,
folders. I used to do
yeah.
that all the time, and I was like, I thought I was like some computer science wizard. so, so
Yeah.
like when I would go to RIT, I'd be like, all right, don't worry, I got this in the bag. I installed mods on Minecraft back in 2012 before it was cool.
Yeah, man, yeah. Jeez.
I even like made like coded my own mod a little bit,
Are you
and like I
serious?
was trying to do all sorts of wacky shit back then with Minecraft. I mean, it was pretty
Mhm.
cool. I mean, it's just I liked how creative you can be with it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always sucked at like building things, but you get more creative after you play a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Dang, man. Freaking modded Minecraft.
Yeah, them
Mm.
were the days.
Yeah. Did you hear Seether just came out with a couple new songs?
No, really? Oh, should we
Yeah.
play them? Copyright.
Yeah, we'll get copyright strike.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'll have to take a listen afterwards.
yeah.
I was
They're
just
like,
listening to some C3 yesterday.
oh, really?
Yeah, while I was playing Civ.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice, chill music to play Civ to.
Civ and Seed, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new album, I think, at the end of August.
Oh, really? A whole album?
Yeah.
Nice. But they
Yeah.
released like a couple precursors to the album.
Yeah, they put out a couple singles. I think they put one out in June and then July.
They any good or what?
The first one was like, I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
Um,
I always think their stuff's like either really good or it's just trash. Like that's kind of how
yeah,
I feel about Season.
yeah, they're pretty hit or miss. Yeah,
Yeah. They're not one of those bands where it's like I could listen to a whole one of their albums because like usually like there's just too many trash songs in between the good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, the first one was just sort of like, all right, this is the lead single. It's sort of radio, but it doesn't really hit any like good marks.
Hmm.
And then the second one was more like, all right, this has a good hook. It's got more like, it sounds more Seether than the other one,
Yeah,
so that's
good.
good. But it's not like Fake It or Let You Down or anything like those.
Right. All right. So they do have a middle of the road somewhere in there.
Yeah. Thankfully, yeah. So I'll
That's
be
good.
interested to see like what their album, like how it pans out.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting. I just can't wait for the movie theaters to open back up, man. I've been missing going to the movies,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah. It's like I have a lot of gift card money racked up, like just like sitting there. It's like I just
Gift
want to
card
like
money.
I do. I got fat stacks of gift card cash, man, just waiting to be used.
I got Subway. I got Regal.
We
Bro,
got it all. I got date nights ready.
Come on, babe. We're gonna get a footlong and then go watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I can't wait for that. I don't think like as of I last checked, they're not even supposed to open like nationwide until the 21st. The movie theaters aren't. So
August 21st.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they've been pushing. They just keep pushing it back. So like, who knows? Until there's a vaccine, there's probably like, I feel like they'll just keep pushing it.
Yep. Yep.
They gotta open eventually, otherwise they'll just go out of business.
Right. Yeah. They should have just shut everything down and then like canceled Rent. I think
Canceled Rent. Yeah, there you go. We're just given that this has been the perfect time to implement a subsidized income.
Yeah, UBI,
yeah, UBI, yeah.
Yep.
What the heck?
Which is what they did in like other countries where like now the virus is not as prevalent.
Well, I mean, they got close enough to a UBI. They might as well have just done it for everyone. They were handing out $600 a month or a week to all these other people who are unemployed. They might as well have just given $500 a week to like everyone, you know?
Right.
Because 80% of the population was unemployed, and they're giving them $600 a week. So just lower that a little bit and give everyone $500 a week.
Right. Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have the disputes between all these people that were working this whole time and are now really upset with the people who are unemployed. It's like,
oh my God, yeah.
all that stuff's so dumb. I was working this whole time. I don't know why you don't have any money now. It's like everyone has bills to pay.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the other absolutely like crazy thing about it is those same people like 3 months ago were like, dude, fuck yeah, I'm essential, bro. Like,
right.
Essential worker right here.
Well, that was before they realized they were getting screwed over.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree they got screwed over out of the deal, but like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like everyone, like you can't be bitching at people about not having money now. Like it's not their fault.
Right, yeah. It's like you should have saved money. It's like you pay bills. Like, come on.
Yeah, you should have put away $250 a week, and you'd have $4,500 saved up by now.
Yeah,
and it's like okay. I mean, that's just not possible for some people.
Right.
That's just funny. People don't think. If you implemented UBI, it would be another thing that would have made it so there's less separation between people in the United States. But I don't know. I guess we're just dumb or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a funny concept to think about in a capitalist society, but I mean, why? everyone else is doing it, so why wouldn't you
Right.
give it a shot? I mean, this is like it was the perfect opportunity. That's all I'm saying for something like this to try it out at
Right.
least. Like give it a shot, see what happens, and nope,
They
just
dropped
give
the
it to the.
ball.
I mean, I don't know. What they did worked, to an extent. Like it's good that they gave. I was surprised that they gave that much to anyone, really. But
Right.
I mean, they compared to what they could have been doing,
Right.
trying that out.
Yeah. Yeah. And they came out and they were like, yeah, we missed like a lot of people with like that first round, so we're gonna try to like make it better. And I was like, yeah, you missed every single like college student because
Yeah,
like they were still dependents and they were like above the age of 16 or whatever the cutoff was.
right. Yeah, unless you were a college student that had a part-time job that got canceled, then you were screwed. But in your case, like your part-time job did not get canceled,
Right.
which was bullshit. I mean, if your part-time job got canceled, you would have been eligible.
Right. Right.
Uh, it's just like I don't know. I don't know why companies did stuff like that too.
Yeah. It was the whole thing was really weird. I was super grateful that they kept me on board, just because like it was like I didn't hate doing that type of work. I really enjoy it, but it was just the whole thing was very hard to like gauge what was the right thing to do. And then like I graduated, so the job was ending anyway. So I tried to be like, I tried to like apply for the unemployment benefits, and they kept like putting me in a huge like roundabout of like, well, you work from home, so you're technically not eligible. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Like, I worked from home, but the job
But the
ended.
job ended, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm unemployed, and because I can't get a job because every job is shut down. Like
Right,
that's
right. And they were just like,
so
yeah, we don't believe you. And I was just like, Christ, man, come on.
yeah,
So,
that sucks. I can
yeah.
see how the government would file it like that because they think like, oh, you worked a desk job from home. Why couldn't you just get another desk job from home? But like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Well,
What else is there to say?
I think the way that they filed it was they had a question where it's like, uh, were you offered remote work? And it's like, yeah, because I was, and I did work remotely. And so, like, if you apply for unemployment and say that you were offered remote work, they're probably like, oh, well, like, you were offered remote work
Oh,
and you didn't take it. So we're not going to.
right. So if you would have said no to that question, it might have turned out in your favor.
Right. But it would have, it would have been a lie. But yeah.
Well, no, but it wouldn't have been a lie because you weren't offered remote work because your work ended, so therefore you were no longer offered it, right?
No, but I was offered remote work like right when everything went down.
Right. So,
So
but I thought you filed like later
yeah, I did.
after.
Yeah.
But so at that point, then you could say you weren't offered remote work, right? Because you were no longer offered it.
Well, I mean, on a technicality, I wasn't offered any work, right? Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. Boom. Get
But
this man a check.
get this man all his back pay. Give it to him.
I don't know. I talked to someone about that.
Yeah, I've been trying, but they every single time I call, they're just like, "We're sorry, we're experiencing a high volume."
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
trust me.
really?
I know, and it's still crazy. I mean, I don't know what the rates are for unemployment now. I'm sure they're probably like maybe teetering around 50 or 40% now. But like, uh, those places are still swamped with callers
Oh
nonetheless.
my god, yeah,
Like it
dude.
was really like it was hard to file for unemployment when we were first like because we got unemployed like right my job shut down because hockey season got canceled. So
Right.
I mean, that was right in the beginning of it, so it was pretty much impossible to start filing at that point because you couldn't get a hold of anyone, and they had to
Right.
completely rework their whole system to compensate for all the people that were swarming in.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah. But I guess that's just that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah. So have you been like on the lookout for like career jobs in
That's
Colombia?
what the lookout has been, but now the lookout is widening its view towards maybe just something else for now. In the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm gonna do my last round of calls for sorts of my career jobs. Even though they told me like specifically not to call their hiring offices, for some odd reason during the applications, it said like on 90% of the applications, it said like don't call the hiring office, you'll be instantly rejected. But I mean, I don't. They're not getting back to me, and I might as well just give them a call. If they
Yeah.
reject me, then I don't really care.
Yeah.
So, yep. So I'm gonna do that probably on Monday, and then we will widen the search for other
Gotcha.
nefarious activities.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Like, when did you apply for those? Is it like,
I mean, I've applied. Like, I've gotten no word back from jobs that I've applied to like 3 months ago,
yeah.
and like maybe like 2 months ago. But still, I mean, 2 months and they don't even say like no you didn't get it, or like you go on their websites and it still says like application submitted, they just haven't done anything with it. But
Right.
it's very strange.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the South, because I mean I don't know if like things have been so weird. So I had like a car appointment the other day, and Katie
Hmm.
had a doctor's appointment, both on the same day, and she goes for her doctor's appointment like an hour before her appointment. They call her and say, oh, we're sorry, the doctor's not coming today, your appointment's canceled. Like I've never even heard of that happening, where the doctor's like,
Whoa.
well, we're not going today. So, and then my car appointment, I bring my car in to get some work on it, just some recall stuff, and
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh, it'll be ready at 1:30." So I show up at 1:30, and as I'm walking in the door, I get a text, "Oh, the mechanic hasn't even looked at it yet. Come back at 3:30." And I'm like, "What is this text? Like, really? Like,
Right. At
like why?
1:31,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Like why is this happening?" So, and it's just like, so we don't know if it's like why this is happening, if it's the South or if it's Corona that's causing this.
right.
But people are just like not getting back to us for one. Second of all, they're just like slow. I mean, I think that's the Southern thing. And third of all, they're just like not being responsible at all. Like they're just completely like not taking responsibility for their actions. Like the doctor just canceling his responsibilities, and the car company just completely evading that they had a responsibility to get my car at that time.
Right.
And it's like, I just don't understand what is going through these people's heads.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think it's the same type of thing going on with the jobs. And I don't know if everyone's just using Corona as an excuse at this point, or what is going on really. But
Right. Yeah, I know that Syracuse had they had like a almost an entire university-wide hiring freeze.
mm-hmm.
So it was like they had like a dozen jobs open, and that was like it. It was like mission essential only. Beyond that,
Right.
like we're not hiring.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that that's probably been the case for most companies, because this other company I applied to also said that. They were like, thanks for the interest, but uh, like the position, we're not hiring for that position.
Mm-hmm.
So that has been incredibly frustrating. And not only that, those people, like, those jobs will get back like a month and a half or 2 months after the application. I sent those applications in like beginning of June, and like mid, early to mid July is when I heard back. So I was like,
Yeah.
this is great. Like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Just, I mean, like, you're supposed to just sit around anyways because they want you to quarantine, but like, do you really want to be sitting around for a month and a half waiting for them to maybe give you a job? It's like,
right.
yeah. So that's, I mean, that, I don't know. That's pretty much what's happening with me too.
You should see if you could work at the jujitsu place and then just like get free lessons.
Right. But I don't know anything about jujitsu, so there's a minor issue
Just be like the
with that plan.
receptionist.
Right, but no one's hiring, especially small businesses like that, because like they're
Oh,
the ones that are like oh, we lost half of, like they were so excited to talk to me because like they lost half of their people that were coming in because no one wants to come in anymore because Corona is happening. So
right.
like every small business especially is like not gonna be hiring other than just exactly what they need to run their company at the base bare minimum.
Right.
Uh, but like only the larger corporations that are actually like benefiting off of this whole thing are going to be the ones that are hiring, like Amazon and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, so you can always get a job for one of those schmucks, but
Yeah, man. Yeah, that
but
is.
no, like I mean I have a sports management degree, so that doesn't really. That's pretty much. I think why I'm not getting any calls back is because they're pretty much stripped down to their base package as well.
Oh,
So
definitely. Yeah.
what are you gonna do? I'm sure the
Yeah.
world will open back up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the other part of it is there's a lot of talk about like, all right, this is the time to like reevaluate how things are structured and like try to change it, which I think is definitely great to think about, but it's also incredibly hard to implement that. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
like, how can we, how can so many unemployed people just magically flip a switch and it's like everybody's like having their basic needs met and uh, just looking at like a massive restructuring of the economic and social like form. Um, it's just really hard to even conceptualize.
Yep. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to think about. But I mean, it'll all work itself out eventually. Just gotta enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, dude, that was the other thing was there are people like there are people in like Michigan, and I think there was a protest in Syracuse too where it was like people protesting the shutdown. They were like, we want to go back to work. It's like, you don't have hobbies.
Right. Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you're getting unemployment, like, I mean, I don't know. Just take a chill for a little bit
Yeah,
and
dude,
enjoy your life, brother. I don't
it's like
I don't
spend
get
time
those
with
I
your
don't get those
family.
people at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't get those people. And like or just like go camping. Like go do what
right.
there's a lot of things you can still do, I think. And we've been doing a lot of things. We went camping and we do all sorts of outdoor activities and stuff like that that you can still do, boating and stuff like that. And why are these people complaining about time off? I don't
Right,
understand.
right, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't win with people like that because they complain when they get their time off and they're getting paid time off too. I mean,
right.
and then they complain when they're working too. They'll go back to work and they'll complain and say, oh, I have to wear a mask. But even
Yeah,
before all of this, they were complaining and saying, "Oh, I can't wait till the weekend," and "Oh, I can't wait for this and
right.
this," and then they just die eventually. Can't because they just can't wait for so long.
Yeah,
So that's that's just the way those people are.
yeah.
They got to read the book, the spirituality books that I read.
They gotta.
Open their world up.
Hopefully, those are the people that are tuning in.
Yeah, see, that's the audience we need to attract. See, I'm not saying you're stupid. I understand that you are the way you are because of the systematic oppression that has been going on in this country for its 200-year existence. However, I'm saying you can change for the better. So,
You're driven, and we respect
yes,
that. But sometimes you just gotta slow down.
yeah, just simmer it up, bud.
Oh,
Just chill
yeah.
with us.
Yeah, yeah. Just chill. I
Yeah.
was having a conversation with my old bosses actually. They called me on. They were just like, "Hey, do you want to talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, I'm totally down to talk with you guys. I love you guys." And they were like, "Do you think that people are more politically engaged because things appear to be worse than they've been before?" And I was like, "Whoa, that's like a really crazy question to think about." And then I was kind of just like, I think people are just sort of bored, so I think that's why
Dude,
they're more ready to like go out and protest and stuff.
and this political engagement is all being bred through the social media that's happening right now as well.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
you should see the difference between my dad before he got social media and now that he has a Facebook account. His political like involvement has apparently skyrocketed. He's constantly talking about political adventures, and it's just like, like, it's so interesting to see because this guy, he didn't give a shit like before, really.
right,
Like, he just cared about whether it was going to snow the next day or if he was going to like
right,
have to pour concrete at work. And like, it now all of a sudden he's very like in tune with politics, and he's got these ideas that have been formed, but they're all extraordinarily biased based on his social media friends, his following, and all
yeah,
that stuff. And it's just like these people are getting politically engaged through social media, which I think is good in one way, but they're getting politically engaged in a way that just is like mind control.
right,
It's just serving towards a bias, which doesn't help anyone, and that's why everyone is so divided,
right,
because they're just going from nothing to just seeing what one side is saying.
right. Yeah, it's like a crazy tool of like inundation. Because like it's social, so like obviously you want to interact with everybody and like exchange ideas and everything, but it's like super easy to just get into an echo chamber on social media and just be like, oh yeah, this is these people seem to be right about these points, and anybody who disagrees, I'm just gonna like block them.
Yeah, and the thing is, all you see are the two extremes as well. So, like, you look like you could, for instance, he could look at a post that's super far left and be like, "Oh, well, these people are nuts because all that he's seeing are like, like radical socialism, completely change America, stuff like that." And
Right,
then, the same can happen from the point of view of the left, and like, it's just there's no they don't see the middle ground because that's not what gets the social media companies money. Like, Facebook
right,
is not getting promoted through positive mindsets and such. They're getting their interaction through all the negative stuff, and so
right,
that's what just in general, those are the pages that thrive on social media, are the people that like really incite like crazy opinions on one side or the other as far as when it comes to politics.
Right. And I think it's like an extension of old media. I think old media gets like that's how old media functions as well. Like TV broadcasts and news channels are very uh, interested in attention. So instead of putting out like a pretty reasonable take, they'll just take it really far one way, and then people will either be like, "Oh yeah, yeah," or
Mm-hmm.
totally outraged at it, which gets more people to be like, "Oh, what are they mad at?" Which increases viewership, which is what they're
Right.
after. I don't think that there's. It's very hard to see, uh, like, just genuine sharing of totally legitimate and fact checked information.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, when I think about it logistically, like how you would establish a system where that happens, I don't really have any answers.
Right.
Uh, which is, probably the main problem for everyone. But otherwise, there'd probably be a nice business going on out there for that.
Right.
But business is part of the problem, really, in this situation. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. I think that, yeah, especially like the problem has been exponentially increased ever since the switch from mainstream old media to social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was bad enough the separation between parties back when you just watched TV back in 2005 and your parents were looking at the TV saying, "Oh, fuck those guys." But
Right.
and back when they used to read the newspaper, they would say, "Oh, this liberal
Right.
newspaper is baloney." But now, I mean, with the interaction is really like what just exponentially just blows the fire like crazy.
Right. Right. And I think that it's also like it's interaction, but it's like it has a barrier to it. Like right now, you and I are like having a conversation about this, and so it's very easy to like pick up on a bunch of like physical cues or other things to be like, all right, maybe we should change the topic, or maybe they disagree and we can talk about it. Versus like Facebook, where it's just like you write out your thing, you post it, and then like if people are mad, you don't have to deal with it. They're just words,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's why I mean, internet toxicity is just so prevalent.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been dealing with that our whole lives. We know plenty about
Yeah.
that from the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies all the way up. So,
Yeah, man. We were
so
born into it.
yeah, we're used to it, but that doesn't make it right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like I don't like what I see when I see all that stuff. How it has impacted my dad like that is just pretty crazy. How
Yeah,
he's
dude.
I mean, it's good that he's politically engaged. I like that he's like thinking about, the grand scheme of things more.
Mm-hmm.
But uh I mean, everyone's gotta be fact checking and getting both sides of the story, and it doesn't happen often enough, I don't think.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, what's the real solution? Because I mean, you could say maybe the solution would be a federal implementation of mainstream media, but then I mean, you're gonna have your naysayers who don't trust the government, and then realistically, the government could completely control the news, which isn't what anyone really wants. So, I mean,
Right.
there's not a lot of good solutions out there for this other than just a complete cultural change in the way
Yeah.
things are thought of,
Yeah.
which is a little bit unrealistic. So
Yeah, it's
I think we
definitely.
better buckle up for the future because I don't think it's going to get better before it gets worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Buckle up, bucko.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least you can still go camping.
Right. Oh,
But you know what really was getting me ticked off for a little bit though was that when they were shutting down, New York State didn't do this, but South Carolina did. They shut down state parks and stuff like that for some odd
really?
reason. Yeah, so you couldn't go to state parks and be in nature,
Hmm.
away from other humans, obviously, and
Right.
just getting out of your house like we were dying to do. Uh, I thought that was completely ridiculous. Like, I just think some of the measures that have been taken to prevent this whole disease are just like really confusing to me, and it really makes me question like if any of this is being thought out, like how well any of that's being thought out. Because like, I mean, why would you, what reason would you have to shut down state parks? I mean, like
Right.
it's not like I can see cutting the staff for the state park because maybe you're crunched on a budget, but you can
Right.
still let people in. Like you could close the bathrooms and let people in. And that's what they are doing now, but I don't see why it was ever closed in the first place. And I think I just don't understand like why there was such a panic from like our leaders in government, like across the board. Like they just didn't have any idea how to react to such a situation. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of interesting because I mean, I feel like there were better solutions.
Yeah.
I'm no
Yeah.
expert.
Yeah. It was super interesting to see like the way leadership uh like came out. So like a lot of people there like federally there didn't seem to be a ton of like strong leadership of like, okay, this is the first step in dealing with coronavirus. uh this is what we're all going to do. It was sort of like divvied out to state governments. So like a lot of people at the beginning were like, well, this is not ideal, but then um, you sort of like figured out which governors and stuff were more willing to ask people to just like calm down. Like Cuomo specifically, I think a lot of people were and still are like upset with him, but like the numbers seem to be pretty good. So like I'm glad that the response was uh, formulated like that instead of it being like, oh well, like we don't really have a whole lot of testing, so we're just going to keep everything open.
Yeah. I mean, I really think that the mindset of the Southern culture is just completely not that great. We'll just say that when it comes to this whole virus, as far as I've seen, there's a lot of stuff going around here that states that they don't take this very seriously, and you can see it in just about every setting you go. There's a lot of people, employees, people not wearing masks, just like not taking it seriously, not wiping down tables, not doing the sorts of things that need to be done in order to help keep people safe in general. And they're just minor little things that these people could be doing, but since they have no respect for their leaders, or since their leaders are just completely, you know, not taking a stance at all. And I think that that's
Yeah.
been a big problem federally. Is that I mean, there's really not been like a stance. There was a real issue, at least in the beginning, where they didn't take a solid stance saying this is a real issue. I mean, obviously the CDC did
Right.
say it's a real issue, but as far as like from the leader of the free world, the president, he has constantly been trying to degrade the importance of this virus, and
Right.
I think that's kind of stemmed down, and it's just given these Southern people a reason to really just be like, wow, this is total just BS. Uh, you know, even our president doesn't really buy this baloney. So like,
Right.
You give those people even an inch and they're just going to take a mile. And I think I've seen it being a real issue down here. And that's why the numbers are way worse than they are in the northern cultures of New York and the Northeast in general. Obviously, you had the big outbreak in New York because that's just only natural, I thought. It wasn't surprising to me at all.
Right.
But to see it recover is surprising, honestly. I mean, I'm surprised no matter how much social distancing you're doing in that city where everyone's so compact, like, I mean, it's just like a disease is going to spread. And I think they've done a great job of keeping it, on the low.
Right.
It's really surprising to me. And then, but these people down here, they don't have the mindset because, I mean, it's from the top down. They don't have the mindset here. And I think, from the bottom up, these people want their freedoms more than maybe they're willing to give up. Like in the North, they're more willing to give up their freedoms. But I still think that if leadership handled it in the right way, it would have been a better situation down here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I guess I have to start getting into politics or something.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to become members of Congress, and then we'll just be like, hey, stay inside.
I'm not going to write any speeches or anything. I'm just going to wing it.
I'll just write your speeches.
You don't have to do that. You're too nice. Oh man. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty government's a pretty crappy job to have too. I mean, it's almost right up there with the police force right now. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to have the scrutiny that all of those leaders are having. I mean, some, regardless of how much they deserve it, are still getting, more scrutiny than the majority of humans ever endure in their entire life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's quite an interesting position to have, I think.
But, yeah. I mean, yeah. People give everyone a lot of crap, but without thinking about the circumstances that everyone is in.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Hit my desk a little bit there with the knee. Shook,
You're good.
Shook everything. So, yeah, that's what's going on in the world.
Yeah, man.
That's our take right there.
That's it, baby.
That's draining to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is. You got to keep your head up, though.
Go out in nature, man.
Can't be letting the forces of evil bring you down.
That's what the book says.
That's what I say. I got a guitar right here, speaking of guitars.
What? Do you really?
Oh, yeah. Katie's.
Ooh.
I am not going to play it, though.
Has she been playing a lot?
She plays occasionally. Nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
Nothing crazy.
Does she like serenade you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's primarily for that. I would say, 90% of its use. The other 10% goes for like, if she's, going to make it famous or something like that. Right. But 90%, it's all me.
Jeez.
So, how's life on the home front? To wrap up, everything good?
It's chilling, man. Yeah, I'm just waiting for all these visa things to come in, and then I'll be heading out and working.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
So you're heading out for Spain in September? October.
Yes. So I have my appointment is in September, but it officially starts in October. Yeah.
Excellent. That is so exciting.
Yeah,
See,
thanks, man.
that's good. That's our one good news is our one good
Yeah,
news
yeah.
is my
All right.
professor, my Indian professor my last semester of college before it went online, he was like he always made us share like I need one good news is before we start the class.
Really?
I just thought it was so funny. It was
So
nice.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um.
But I
Well,
wish
that's
you,
awesome.
yeah, I wish you the best of luck in finding a career job. And if that is unavailable at the moment, then at least a job.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get something figured out. I'm not too worried about it. I got plenty of time, and I'm doing lots of other things too. Got big things coming all the
Ex-
time.
Expanding the portfolio, as they say.
Oh yeah, it's all about expanding the portfolio. And when the borders open back up, I mean, I don't know if they actually are. I haven't looked, but I'm scheduling my Italy trip again, and no one's gonna stop me this time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and we're gonna make it longer now because why not? And
Right.
uh, and so we'll have to swing down to Spain real quick, give you a smooch, and then
Yeah, man.
swing back.
Yeah. Or I could be the photographer.
Right.
I
Hey,
could be the
hey,
photographer.
it's all coming together.
There it is.
Ah, all right. Well,
Alrighty. Should we cut it there?
we're gonna cut it. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. We appreciate it. We love you. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and continue to persevere through everything that's going on, just as you have been.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay hopeful.
Absolutely. Goodbye.
Catch you next time.